Well, hello, beautiful people. I am here in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, Vietnam. Yes, it's kind of hard to believe I'm here. It's been just over 3 years since I was last in Vietnam, and for very different reasons. This time round, I'm here with Actuality Abroad's documentary outreach program, a 4-week program that I will be the program supervisor for 2 of those weeks, and it's just so awesome to be back in a outreach program with my mentor and good friend Robin, teaching alongside him with some awesome participants that are making genuinely inspiring documentary stories. We have just wrapped our production week, or should I say, most of our production week. I'm very thankful on this Friday that I am recording that I have made it not only safely to Vietnam, but I am in the cut and thrust of production week, and we are creating some really great sequences of footage, of interviews, and we've really got quite compelling characters and some fantastic stories that I'm really excited to share. First of all, Ho Chi Minh City is huge. I mean, it is just a crazy bustling city. There is so much motorbike traffic out there. There are an unbelievable amount of neon signs and flashing advertisements everywhere you look. Some of the streets that you do go down on these motorcycles are, you go like, hold your breath, and it's unbelievable how just the ferocity and the high pace of this city. It's phenomenal how it just works. I don't know if it could work anywhere else. I certainly would struggle to see this working in Australia. But I very much enjoyed being a passenger on a lot of the motorcycles and just watching kind of the world go by and being a part of that flow and just going with it. Honestly, that has been one of the more enjoyable parts of being back in Saigon, is just embracing the pace rather than try to flow against that stream of pace and craziness and over. I guess over saturation, or all your senses are just heightened in this city. But I've really enjoyed that. It's been fantastic to participate in the Saigon Happy Tour. Happy, who is this guy who's, I think, in his early mid-20s, he runs his own tour, and he is one of our subjects in one of the documentaries. And being able to do his tour of Saigon is really unique because he brings along these friends of his that are studying at university. Their English is pretty good, but their knowledge of the city, their knowledge of food in Saigon, their knowledge of places in Saigon that are very authentic, but are also not all the locations you would expect in a tour of Saigon. And that's what made yesterday's tour so unique. And being able to see and share his passion for this city was truly a thrill of this experience so far. And so I'm really grateful that we've sort of partnered up with him on this adventure, and that he has really let us into his life and shown us a side of Saigon that probably not many tourists get to see. And so to have that opportunity is awesome. The other filming, literally the first night that I arrived, it was like straight into it. Here, eat this banh mi real quick. Finish that. Back into the city. A group that I just met. These guys are doing a story on social changemakers. They're running an event tonight to celebrate their 5 years of existing. Let's shoot it. And so that very first night here, we were in an event for a solid couple of hours. Could have even been 3, and just getting to see the passion of this lady called Rosie, who's very bright colors, a little bit like me. She loves the sunflower and the symbolism behind that. And her sharing her story 5 years in the making of social change makers and bringing all of these expats and really passionate people that want to make a change in this community here in Ho Chi Minh is really awesome. And so to kind of see her passion live on the night that I arrived here, and then being able to meet the participants that were capturing the story was really, really cool. But it was certainly like, you know, no rest for the wicked, hit the ground running, get involved, get amongst the stories, get to mingle with the participants, but also get to tell some stories, straight out of the gates. That was a really awesome experience. And, just being back in Vietnam is awesome. You don't forget, but you certainly are reminded of just how friendly the people are here and how willing they are to open up their homes and put a plate down for you and make some incredible food. Oh my goodness, I can't begin to tell you how delicious the food is here. Oh my God, I love it. But just people are so generous, and even if they may not speak English, the smiles on their face, you can see the wrinkles, you can see the teeth, and it's so like their whole face is lifted with the smile. And when I see that, I smile. Like it lights up something within me, and Vietnam is like that. There's a lot of places that you go where these people are just they smile from the soul, and that smile from the soul, it gives me goosebumps talking about it, because it is just the most authentic happiness you'll see. And there's so many people in this city, in this country, that smile with their soul, and so to tell stories about these people in this city making a genuine difference on the communities that they're a part of. And for us, Actuality Abroad participants, teachers like Robin and I, to tell their stories and be a part of the tapestry of the good will that they're doing in this community is such a gift. And I'm saying I'm thankful for it because every time I come here, I'm amazed by this country and by the generosity and kindness and care of these people. And then to see their smile, just something as simple as a smile, goes a very long way. So I am beyond grateful to feel that, to experience that, and to be back in this beautiful country. So, as I've said, we've just about finished production week. It's been busy. There's been a lot of long days of interviews and capturing different shots on motorcycles or inside people's houses or at events or potentially even, going up a couple of building stories and shooting from below. And just the things that you see are it's really phenomenal, and life moves very quick here, and if you don't flow with that, you get left behind, literally in a cloud of smoke. So you do have to move with the pace of this city, but there are places like you go to some of the temples here, and you can sit, light an incense candle, or a stick, and just sit there and pray and meditate and just feel the calmness and the silence of these really sacred places. And the city does have those. It's not all just hustle bustle, overstimulation. It's there are areas in this city that are really sacred, and finding the balance between those really high energy places and the ones that just allow you to be is awesome. This city has so many shades. It's not just one gear. It's not just one green light. It's shades of. However, when I do say green light, funny thing, not everyone obeys signals here. I think it's just more of a suggestion. So you might be thinking, "Oh, green light. Let's walk across the street." Yeah, just be aware of what's coming from your rear. So it's fun. I mean, the city's great. I think Vietnamese people have a wonderful sense of humor, have a great way about them, and to be in and amongst that energy, that kind of pace, and just that kind-heartedness. It only elevates your level of appreciation and your own ways of giving back to communities. So it's so fitting that the Actuality Abroad trip comes here, and I get to be the program supervisor that gets to teach documentary, that gets to be an assistant on a lot of these different productions, and it's such a great learning curve for me, and it's wonderful to meet so many talented and very down to earth creatives, filmmakers, and work with them to capture unbelievably inspiring stories. So over the weekend, we got another shoot at a market, which I'm really looking forward to, and then we're into editing week next week, which is the final week of the program. So our editors have been chomping at the bit to get started, and a lot of them have with assembling the footage. But next week is their grand final, it's their Super Bowl week, so they are going to be definitely spending a lot of hours in front of a laptop. So we'll continue to support them and make sure they get through to the end. And then this time next week, Friday, we're going to screen all the movies to our amazing friends here in Ho Chi Minh, and we're going to get to celebrate these stories and be able to share it with the communities that we've been so privileged to be able to get involved with. So it's a nice way to give back after a long month of filmmaking and prep work and connectivity. So I'm looking forward to that, and then yeah, we'll get to be with our people and continue to share these awesome stories. So I'm grateful on this Friday to be here safely in Saigon and to be so involved in what has been such a frenetic but also such a beautiful first week here in Saigon. So continue to follow the story on my socials at Sir Positivity on Instagram. Continue to watch all of the content that I'll be continuing to post. And of course, continue to check into the Sir Positivity podcast right here, wherever you're listening to this. Thank you so much for all of your support. It goes a long way. I'm so grateful that you guys continue to consume the content and not only consume it, but live it. That's really important to me, that it's motivating. It might just, I don't know, it might flick a light switch on for you, and if that happens, then I know I'm doing my job. So love you guys, appreciate the support, come on, and yeah, can't wait to talk again soon. Cheers.